Hello everyone. Right, so today I'm going to talk about how to build a style part 3. Now the first one was about putting together different, was it taking some of your favourite players and taking parts of what they're doing. The second one was more about knowing your equipment and trying to get the sounds you want from your equipment. Today I'm going to do something a little bit more spontaneous. A few years back I did a summer school. I've done a few summer schools. This is down at the Guildhall School of Music in London. And every year they run this Jazz and Rock Week course, but they have a theory class, and in that theory class we were working on flamenco sketches by Miles Davis. Now I don't know if you know that piece, but it's written in such a way where the key changes, they're not that obvious. So it makes you have to think about what you're doing. That you can't just yeah, look at me, aren't I cool? You can't do that anymore. You've got to think about what you're playing, because the next key change is coming up, and you've got to anticipate what that's going to be, and you've got to make sure that everybody else is waiting for that change too. But what came out of that? There was one of the tutors, I better not name him because he was actually quite a good friend of mine, and he's quite a famous jazz pianist. But he was telling me about the difference between noodling licks and actual improvisation licks. Now, you might not think there's much of a difference there. But there is, in a way, because the noodling licks, that's basically like, that's just, that's the kid in the music shop, that guy, that thing, oh, that sounds awful, but he thinks he sounds great, and none of us think we're that guy. And of course, in a jazz workshop like that, when you've got these sort of high-profile players that are actually teaching, that can be a bit embarrassing. So what I learnt from that, and it was actually quite a tough lesson. It was actually quite a tough lesson to learn. Is that if you're going to improvise, you're going to think of improvisation as like a spontaneous composition. That's really what that is about. And so it doesn't have to be all flash and long and hey, look at me, aren't I cool? It's more sort of how it actually fits in with the music. But once you've actually established what the music's going to be about, can you keep within the framework which you've set up for yourself? And then that stops you doing all the music shop licks. Well, I mean, some of it's going to creep in anyway, because we've all got our own cliches and foibles and whatever. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Right, so I'm on the Brian May guitar again. I'm using the same rig I used yesterday. That was in part 2. Yeah, you might notice I haven't changed my t-shirt as well. I should have changed my t-shirt. Yeah, anyway, but so I rolled the volume off here so I can get a nice. I'm getting ahead of myself here, actually. So I've rolled the volume off on the overdrive to get that nice, clean, crunchy sound. Now, so that's that. Now I put in some effects. I can put some chorus in, 3D chorus. Oh, better put the noise gate on because there's a bit of hiss going on, isn't there? So we're already sounding quite sombre. Okay, so that's that. Now from reverb, I got in the hall setting. And the flashback delay on that crisp setting, which I seem to like that one quite a lot. Now the thing is that once you might think you hit the wrong note, because I should have really gone like that, but I played that one instead. So that opens up an opportunity. And then so basically you can just pick out some nice little phrases, and then if it starts to gel and it starts to work, then you can develop them into something a bit more sophisticated, and it just stops you doing all the usual rubbish. I mean, you know, who wants to be that guy? Surely you want to be the, you know, wow, that sounds awesome. You know, you want to be invited back into the shop, not sort of get out. That's awful. Or maybe you shouldn't be in the shop anyway. You know, maybe I don't know. I'm babbling a little bit, but the thing is that and listening to music as well, that helps. Listening. No, not just like rock music, but like classical music. Now, as you know, I'm a big fan of Vangelis. Absolutely love his stuff to pieces, because he creates these huge sonic landscapes. It's very visual music too. But I'm also, yeah, for similar reasons, I'm also a big fan of Sibelius, Vaughan Williams, Benjamin Britten, Gustav Holst. Beethoven even. I actually got into Beethoven quite late, and I think the reason for that is that it's very sophisticated. That when you're younger, you perhaps you don't really appreciate the amount of work that's gone into it, the amount of passion and energy that's gone into the work. Bach, of course, but I think I might talk about Bach in a different video, because I mean the thing is with his stuff, what he tends to do is just like, he'll just take a simple phrase something like that, and then suddenly you start working. You know, you've almost got a fugue going. So that, yeah. So just to finish off, I'm just gonna improvise based on the rig I've got, and it's all going to be spontaneous with a view to just seeing where it takes me. And I hope you find something from it. And as an exercise, I'd like you to try this as well. Yeah, I'd like you to try this. Just sit down, get your rig set up how you want it, record yourself, no overdubs. You know, none of that sort of multi-tracking or jump cuts or any of that business. Just you in front of the camera playing, just coming straight from here, you know, and here as well. Yeah, that's what I want to see. So I'm just gonna finish with spontaneous improvisation. Thank you.